Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Bonds Payable Part 2. We're going to be present valuing identical payments over a period of time, something we call an annuity. So before we get started, make sure that you have with you for this particular lesson is we want to make sure we have both our present value of a dollar table and our present value of an annuity of a dollar table. So these are going to be the two ones you're going to want to have, and I'm going to leave links to this below. Okay, let's go ahead and get to it. So what we learned from part one is that if we have a future dollar amount being paid, that is not the same as a payment being made today. So what if, though, we were to receive, instead of getting one lump sum, what if we were to be getting equal payments at the end of every single year, what we call an annuity? And what if those payments are being made as follows? What is the value of those four $25,000 payments today, which we will say is January 1st, 2025. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so right over here, what we're going to go ahead and do is say, okay, right over here, I've got a payment here on 12/31/25. Okay. So for every single one of these payments, right, I know that I'm going to be getting $25,000. Okay. And I'm sitting here on 1/1/25, and I need to figure out what is this worth today. So for this particular question, if I were to go through and solve this with a present value of a dollar table, let's go to it. So for my first one over here, for this very first payment, what am I going to go through and do? Well, for this first payment right over here on December 31st, 2025, I'm going to use present value of a dollar. And this is going to be one period at 8%. Now, why is it one period? Because it's being paid out 1 year from now. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go to the present value table, present value of a dollar. I'm going to come right over here. One period at 8% is 0.92593. So 0.92593. Okay. So the present value of this amount is going to be 25,000 times 0.92593 or 23,148. So $25,000 paid 1 year from now or one period from now at 8% is going to be worth 23,148. How do we know this is right? Well, if I invested 23,148 at 8% interest, I would get 1852. If I add these up, I get 25,000. That's how we know it works. Okay, what about this next one over here on 12/31/26? Well, this is also going to be present value of a dollar, but this is being paid 2 years from now. So this is going to be two periods at 8%. So when I come over here, I'm going to go to this table right over here, present value of a dollar, because it's a single payment as of right now. This is going to be two periods at 8% or 0.85734. Let's put that in. And when I multiply this through, I'm going to go through here and get 21,434. So that's what that $25,000 is worth today. But if I go through, want to check my work, oh, I get 1715. I add this up. I multiply this by 8%. I go through over here. And if I add this interest on interest, I get 25,000. So that's how I know I did it right. You don't have to do that, but this is just going through and checking. For the third payment, I'm going to go to present value of a dollar, 3 periods at 8%. So right over here, 3 periods at 8%, present value of dollar, 0.79383. So 0.79383. And let's go ahead and do it for this fourth one too. Present value of a dollar, 4 periods at 8%, right? And why is it 4? Because it's being paid out 4 years from now. So again, I've got to do that with the present value. So let's go over here. 4 periods, right? That's how many years it's being paid away, or the number of periods that interest is being compounded. This is going to be 0.73503. So over here, this is going to be 0.73503. So the value of this 25,000 times 0.79383, the value over here is 0.73503. So again, if I invested 18,376 today at 8%, 5 years from now, this would be worth 25,000. So, or 4 years from now, it'd be worth 25,000. If I add all of these up, the value of this $25,000 being paid out to me every single year is going to be worth, for the next 4 years, is going to be worth 82,803. Now, you might say, Bennett, but what if you gave me a question that it was like 10 years, dude? This would take me way too long. And I completely agree. So if we have a situation, right, not a gym tanning and laundry situation, but if we have a true situation, not a fake one, right? So if I have a true situation right over here where I'm going to get the same dollar amount every single year, there is a different table that I can go through and use. And this is called the present value of an ordinary annuity of $1, right? So this is a very, very important table for us. And it's the other table that I suggested at the very beginning of the video that you have handy. The link is below. So if I have the same payment being made every single year, what I can do is I can take one payment amount, which is going to be 25,000. And then I'm going to go over here to this table, and I need to know 2 things. The first is, how many times is interest being paid? Well, this is going to be 4 periods at, next question over here is, what is my percentage? It's at 8%. So the table I'm going to go to is going to be over here, the present value of an ordinary annuity of $1. The number of times, the amount of annuity that I'm receiving, 4 times at 8%. So if I take 3.31213 and I multiply this by the 25,000, let's see what we get. I get 82,803.25. So the total present value of the 25 annual future payments is worth today 82,803.25. So right over here, if I look at this number, is this the same number that we got when we went through and did the math over here? And the answer is absolutely yes. This is basically the same number, 82,803. So kids, when we're at home, right, and we're going through and we get a question, if the payment amounts are the same and it's occurring over the same interval every year, every 6 months, whatever it might be, we are going to want to go through and use the present value of an ordinary annuity of $1 table. And that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So I want to thank you so much today for joining with me. So, and again, it's what is exactly is an annuity? Well, before I say goodbye, what is an annuity? It's an equal payment, right? And so over here, I just went through and solved this with a present value of an annuity table. And that's what we're going to do if we get a question where we have to go through and solve for those payments. So, or figure out the present value of those future payments. So I want to thank you so much for joining me here today. Please leave any questions you might have below, and appreciate you liking and subscribing to the channel. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.